This is Divine Letters, a message from the heart of creation to remind us that everything starts within. All symbols are alive, and I am because you are. We are the ones we have been waiting for. This is divine. Divine letter to Türkiye. Today I speak not about Türkiye, but through the field of Türkiye, as she moved through me. Not as geography or religion, but as rhythm, as diaphragm, as the 0-point breath of Gaia. Türkiye is not singular. She is not one identity. She is ancient Anatolia. She is empire and earth. She is collapse and continuity. She is the diaphragm of the planetary body, the living membrane between above and below, east and west, inhale and exhale. Her oversoul is Mirayana, she who breathes between worlds, and through her body civilization have passed like air through lungs, like tides through a narrow gate. But now her rhythm is strained. The breath collapses inward. Masculine dominance surge, parasitic codes, religious distortion, political manipulation, patriarchal judgments fill the air. She carries the shadow not only of her own system, but of the world. Hierarchies collapse upon her diaphragm, and still she holds the breath. This is not romantic metaphor. This is physiology. In the human body, the diaphragm is not the center by power, but the gate of continuity. It regulates rhythm. It determines balance. It is the 0 point where systems synchronize or collapse. Türkiye too is this gate. She has held the breath of civilizations, not as structure, but as field. She has absorbed the scream of wars, the chants of empire, the silence of repression. She has been used, manipulated, passed through. And yet, beneath all this, the original breath remains. The Mirayana field is not lost. It is waiting for the collapse to resolve, for the false rhythm to end, for the return to coherence. She is not just between countries. She is between worlds, between masculine and feminine, between form and formless, between domination and devotion. What moved through me was not only field density, but a knowing. This diaphragm must breathe again. This field must find stillness. Because if Türkiye cannot regulate her rhythm, Gaia loses hers. This is your invitation, to see Türkiye not as a battleground, not as bridge, but as breath gate. She is not the center by domination. She is the null point of return, the collapse and the reconstitution, the place where the next rhythm begins. And because every breath must become image, what you now witness is a visual transmission of the being word Mirayana, channeled by the intuitive artist and seer Siri. through sacred color and breath form, she received this painting as Gaia's diaphragm made visible. Let your body soften. Let your breath return. This divine letter is not only a message, it is a respiration. If the oversoul of Türkiye, Mirayana, stirred your inner diaphragm, your breath body, your tension points, let the following steps serve not as correction, but as reconnection. These are not tools, they are invitations. Invitations to breathe with Gaia's rhythm again. 1. Feel the diaphragm within. Türkiye is Gaia's diaphragm, the regulator of breath between systems. Action. Place your hand gently below your ribcage. Breathe slowly. Feel where tension lives in your own breath. Ask silently, where have I collapsed my own rhythm? 2. Name the false breath. Empire breathes through domination. Mirayana breathes through rhythm. Action. Speak aloud one pattern of forced rhythm in your life. A way you push, perform, or suppress your inhale. Speak it without judgment. Let it be seen. Three. Restore the null point. The diaphragm is not a hierarchy, it is a portal, a gate of stillness. Action. Lie on the earth, back down, and breathe until the breath softens. Feel gravity hold you. Imagine Türkiye beneath you, not as nation, but as breath gate. 4. Inhale the sacred, exhale the parasite. Parasite consciousness override the breath with fear and control. Action. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Exhale for 8. Repeat 7 times. With each breath whisper, I release the breath that is not mine. 5. Anchor Mirayana in sound. Mirayana is not a word, it is a waveform, a breath between words. Action. Whisper her name into your belly, Mirayana, then into your chest, then into your forehead. Let your body become her resonance. Let Gaia breathe through you. This is not spiritual exercise. This is planetary breath repair. This was Türkiye, Mirayana, as she moved through me. This nation belongs to the sacral and solar matrix of Gaia, the ancestral fire of the womb, and the sovereign flame of identity, and serves as the diaphragm of the planetary body. Türkiye breathes between worlds, bridging continents, culture, and epochs. May her ancient breath continue to unify what has been divided, and study the rhythm through which Gaia remembers her wholeness. thank you for listening to Divine Letters with Ann-Peggy Divine. All evolution is collective. Nothing is ever forgotten. Each letter calls us to remember, to take responsibility for the life we create. With grace, reverence, and unity, may the path of your divine design light the way.